Today, I'm going to share with you some products that I received from CoraCreaCrafts. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you that may be new, welcome. My name is Tracy and this is A Girl with Plans. I want to thank you all for joining me today as I share with you some goodies from CoraCreaCrafts. So if you guys are not familiar with CoraCreaCrafts, they are what I would say a very unique shop. They have a lot of vintagey type stuff. They have papers. They have a large full-on paper stickers, like the full sheet that you can rip up and things like that. They have sticker sheets, PET tapes, washi tapes, journals, stamps, everything like that and in between. They have a lot of like vintagey feel, magical type things, fantasy type things. I just feel like it's a very eclectic, unique shop that I discovered last year, and my first purchase with them was the 2024 Advent calendar, which I absolutely loved. I highly recommend checking out that video if you haven't done so already, because I think the products that were in that video did a good job of just giving you a taste of everything that the shop has to offer. And I really enjoy following them on Instagram, which means if you haven't started following them, then you definitely should, because they post a lot of reels that shows you how to use their products, but they use a lot of interesting techniques like layering and things like that I have yet to master. So I'm like watching them and trying to take notes. Of course, they're showing you how to use their products, but I just feel like they're really fascinating techniques. And I would love it if one day they would show up at like a planner conference, like Go Wild, and maybe do like a session on how to do like the fun layering with like papers and pet tapes and all the other little fun like scrapbooky junk journaling type techniques that they use, that can be used in either journals or planners. That would be super fun. But I digress. So anyways, Chloe from CoraCreaCrafts reached out to me and wanted to send me a few products from one of their latest boxes. And I was like, really? Of course. I was so excited. So I really want to thank Chloe. She's super sweet. I've actually dealt with her a few times. If you like purchase anything from their live sales, yes, I forgot to mention, they do have once a month live sales, where they do sales on Instagram, and then an hour later they do it on TikTok, where they sell things at heavily reduced rates. And Chloe's the one that usually sends out the invoices and things like that. Super sweet. And like, she's like the bomb. So yeah. So thank you, Chloe. Very much appreciate it. And I cannot wait to show you what's inside. So let's just go ahead and open this up, right? All right. So I've unpackaged everything, and I wanted to do that off camera because for some reason, my voice has trouble picking up sometimes with the microphone, but any type of plastic picks up so well on that microphone, and it would have just burst your eardrums. So I figured we would take that off camera. I did also go ahead and cheat and open up the washi and swatch it, because that takes me forever. So I did do that, but nothing else I've looked at. Well, obviously I can see some of the paper and some of the stamps, but I haven't actually like flipped through it and touched it. So we have a couple of different boxes here. These items here, so the journal, papers, sticker book, and washi. I believe this washi, because it does seem to be part of this aesthetic, is part of the treasure box. It's the Witch treasure box from CoraCreaCrafts. I will pop up the pricing and everything like that for the treasure box. I will say a lot of the items that come with the treasure box does get sold separately after the fact. So you usually have to wait a little bit of time before they go on sale individually. Of course, you get the biggest bang for your buck purchasing the box as a whole, because it does come out much cheaper that way. If you like the items that are in the box, obviously if you don't like one or two things, then it's worthwhile just to pick up the one or two things. But reminder, my discount code PLANS15, that's plans with a Z, 15, will save you 15% on your first subscription purchase. So that will save you quite a bit of money. All right, so that is part of that. This stamp set, which I'm a little giddy about, because this stamp set is actually part of a Curiosities box that I did not get. And it came from the Fantasy Curiosities box. And it looks like a 2024 theme. And I'm ecstatic about this because I'm huge into fantasy. And I think it will be, you know, super useful. So I got 2 stamp sets in this. I hope you guys can see it. Let me just take this other plastic off. Bear with me. Yeah, I realize the glare. Stamps are hard to see anyway, these plastic stamps, but then with the double layer of plastic, it makes it harder. All right, so here is one of the stamp sheets. So you can see it definitely has that mystical fantasy type vibes. This is kind of like Lord of the Ring esque. I've not seen the full Lord of the Rings movie. Don't hate me. I probably should, because I'm into fantasy. But here we go. We have like a little fantasy house that might be from Lord of the Rings. I don't know. We have a staff of power. And then we have a ring. And we have live your own enchantment. And then a clover. And then a magical door. There we go. Magical door. I had used the right terminology. Fantasy. So there's the first sticker sheet. I mean stamp set. Okay. Let me make sure I'm on the right side. And then we have a tree. I'm kind of excited about that. And then we have a tree house that says Enchanted Forest House. The quote here says, I live in a world of fantasy. Super cool. And then you have like your stained glass window. Like I will say, stained glass windows, archways, and things like that. There are a lot of those options on the website for like PET tapes, washi tapes, sticker sheets, things like that. So if you really like that, definitely check those out. I have a PET tape roll of the stained glass windows. Oh my goodness, they're gorgeous. I actually have separate stickers too, so I have a lot of that stuff. I need to use it. And then I guess this is like the whole magical vibes. I guess that might be a floating orb. I don't know, but it's still cool, right? All right, super excited about that. So again, that came from last year's Curiosities box. But like I said, you can, if this is something that piques your interest, a lot of these items are sold separately. I will check to see if those are available, and if I can find them, I'll link them down in the description box. I will say the quality of these stamps, y'all know I shop Temu for my clear stamps, or the polymer, I don't know, polymer stamps, I don't know the correct terminology. You can tell a difference. You can tell a difference between the quality of these stamps versus my Temu stamps. I'm just saying, there is a difference. And then I swatched the washi tape. There we go there. Look, y'all, it's cut out. So it's not just a straight washi tape. There we go. So like your herbals, or you could say your medicinal, or your potions, however you want to interpret that. Doesn't have to be witchy. Super, super cool. And you could see you get a decent amount on there as well. So that would have been really cool for my May Botanicals reading journal setup. So we have that. Like I said, I believe this is part of this recent box, the treasure box. I keep slipping my name. They're all running together right now. I'm on cold medicine, y'all. All right, let's look at the papers first. I'm really, really enjoying papers. I just feel like you can do a lot with them, and I've gotten a lot of my ideas from CoraCreaCrafts Instagram page and stuff. You can cut these out and just use them, like paste them or tape them onto the page. So you can cut out like the L, you can cut out this, you can cut out anything you want if you didn't want to use the whole paper, the paper as a whole. I just literally rip it in half like this in an angle, and I'll put half of this on one page if I'm doing a 2-page spread, and then the other half on the other page. It ties it together. And then I'll just put like boxes over it and kind of just merge it into the page. But yeah, you can do a lot. Like this would be cool to like cut out. There's just a lot of cool things you can do with these papers. These are one-sided. They're not quite cardstock, but they're almost to that thickness. They have like some bendability where cardstock is a little bit more stiffer. Definitely thicker, I would say, than your general planner pages. I don't know about journaling pages. We'll have to like see. But you can see these are different types of like floral remedies, botanical. Basically, you can use these like florals, plants, and all this other stuff to make medicine, potions, whatever you want to do, poisons, what have you. Super cool. The other way you could use it, let's say you really, really liked this, you could just punch it, disc punch it, ring punch it, put a tab in it. There you go, brand new divider. You could always do that too. Tons of options. We're gonna play around. I have collected quite a bit of papers. I've used some of them. I used some of the Elven series that I had gotten from them in a previous reading journal spread. I plan on using my Alice in Wonderland ones, but maybe we'll play around with these coming up pretty soon. I think that could be fun. We will look at the sticker book. So they do have these little sticker books. They also sell individual sheets, but these are super cute. So I'm going to put the little paper beside it. So you can see they have a little bit of gloss to it, a little bit of, so they're not matte, but these are thick stickers. I'm trying to rip it, y'all. I'm trying to rip it. I'm like struggling. You probably think no, I was really trying. These are non-rippable stickers. I'm sure you could rip it if you're stronger than me, but these are some thick stickers. There we go. Reading journal is what this screams to me. Maybe not to you, but that's what I'm thinking. And then finally, I am like shocked that she sent me this. I wasn't expecting a journal. Can I just say, I love the quality of journals. I got a journal in my advent calendar, and I've been scared to use it. You'll see why when I open these pages, because I've seen a sneak peek of this, so I do know what this looks like, but I haven't felt it, so we'll do that together. They're nice. So you have, of course, the little strap here, closure. It doesn't come with a pen loop, but can I be honest? I don't use the pen loops. I'm actually thinking about removing the pen loops from my other journals, just because I don't use it to like write in daily. They do agitate me, so I'm actually glad this one doesn't have a pen loop. But look at these edges, y'all. They are gorgeous. They look like they have some glitter to it in addition to the gold. Look at that. So pretty. So I'll put the specs, I'll pop them up on the screen because they didn't have anything on the actual book, but I'm sure they have some on the website. So you can see this is kind of like, I'm assuming this is just the vegan leather. So it's like, it looks all fancy, doesn't it? There we go here. That's what I said. This would be perfect for a reading journal for me. So then has who it belongs to. It just, being an A5 makes me nervous. I had a B5 this year for my reading journal, and I'm going to 8x8 next year. I'm like, could I ever do an A5? I probably could. I don't know who I'm kidding. I would just have to size down. But this is so pretty. What I love about it is the paper. And the reason why I love the paper is because as much as I love decorating my journals, this year has been rough for me, and I haven't had the time to do that. And I think it would be nice to have a journal that I do get to be a little bit creative with, but I don't have to do as much because it's already pretty. So that's what I was thinking. This would make a really good reading journal where you don't have to do much. You can put a few stickers on it, maybe put some washi, stamp a little bit, and then be done. Because it's just pretty in itself. I don't need to flip through every page. They all look the same. But there we go. Like when you look at that, you can tell they're all the same. And then here's the back. This paper has like more of a slick feel to it. I don't know. I mean, I don't think I've used I've used planner paper that had like a little bit of a slickness to it. I haven't had any issues with planner paper there, so I don't think I would have any issues here. It's thick though. I can feel the thickness of this paper. It feels like it would be like somewhere around the 160 GSM paper weight. I will pop what it is up on the screen because I don't want to give you false information, but this feels super thick. I have no doubt that there will be no bleed through with it, and I wonder if the slickness of it will actually help prevent the bleed through as well. I don't want to play in it right now, y'all, because I'm nervous that like I need all the pages I can get. It's one of those things I want to test it out, but I'm nervous because I think this will make a really cool reading journal, and I use a lot of my pages in my reading journal, and I'm like, I don't know if I have any to spare. I do want to show you one of their other journals that I got previously as part of the advent calendar that I purchased last November. I got this book just so you can kind of see what they all look like. This one also was gilded, but you can see how this one looks like it has a little bit of glittery in it, and it looks like it might be a little bit more pages than what was in the advent calendar, but you can just see the quality of it. Here's the advent calendar one. This one, the paper doesn't feel as slick. I'm just trying to, in case you have purchased from them before or something like that, because you might not follow me, you might just popped in because you saw CoraCreaCrafts and you're a fan of them. So this journal feels slicker than what we got in the advent calendar, just in case you're familiar with this one. So it does feel slicker. I think the thickness is about the same. It's hard to tell when they're a little bit different textures, but it feels about the same to me. So yeah, I need to use this one like soon. I think I am going to get into this one pretty soon. So definitely be on the lookout for that. Like when I say pretty soon, I mean probably within the next month. Because I think we need to start playing with some of these products, some of these stamps and things like that. But I wanted to film this video now because like I said, this box just came out and I wanted to hurry up and film this so that way you guys can actually see what some of the products looks like. There probably are unboxings of all of the items in the box. This is just a quick little snapshot of some of the items. Like I said, you know, of course, getting the box as a whole is probably the best value, but if you only liked a few things, then be on the lookout for when they list them separately. But yeah, like I said, highly recommend the stamps. I've actually used some of the stamps in some of my other projects. They're so fun. They're like nice quality. But yeah, there we go. So that is what I got from CoraCreaCrafts. I want to send them a big thank you. I really, really do appreciate it. I just absolutely love their products. I just feel like they're just so unique. So like when I get their products, it's like nothing else I have in my collection, which just makes it that much more fun. You will be seeing a lot of their products probably in my upcoming reading journal, both for the June one and when I start setting up for next year, because I'm going to be doing an Alice in Wonderland theme, and that was heavily based on their vintage craft box that came out. I believe that was February. So yes, that's what I'm using based off of that. So you're going to be seeing some of the products from CoraCreaCrafts coming up pretty soon, but I think I want to play around with some of these coming up. So you'll definitely be seeing some of this as well. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll try my best to answer them. I will try to put as much information as I can down in the description box. Again, I will pop my discount code on the screen. That definitely helps you out. Like I said, I don't earn commission or anything, but you know, saving 15% is always worth it, right? I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you do enjoy some of these haul videos. Probably not going to have as many haul videos coming up on my channel. I know there's been a lot recently, but I am kind of reining in that spending, at least for the time being. But I definitely think this was a fun haul. I think I was excited to share this with you guys, and I think they're really good quality products. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please press that like button. And if you have yet to subscribe, I hope you would also consider hitting that subscribe button as well. That is all I have for now. I hope you have a good rest of your day, evening, or night. Until next time, bye.